What is going on, everyone? John here with Clean Pro Services. Oof. And I am live answering questions about pressure washing and soft washing. Speaking of that, let me mark this as live online. Make sure I'm muted. How's everyone doing? If you're just joining the live, I am going to be answering questions about pressure washing and soft washing. Watching from Uganda. What's going on? Okay. So I'm live there, I'm live there. If you're just joining in, I am answering questions about pressure washing and soft washing. Sorry, I'm still adjusting my setup here so I can see everything. And yeah, just started up my first power wash company. What is your best piece of advice for a rookie? Yo, great question. Give me 1 second. Let me post all of this in my groups here. I'm the only one doing this, so live. No. Okay. Got my TikTok link in there. Got my YouTube link in there. Okay. Those are in there. Want to throw in one more group here. Okay. All right. So we're in there. All right. Brady, what's going on? So if you were new to power washing and or soft washing, what would I do? I would say if I was new to these, well, I mean, I had a whole thing on my thing back here. I would say oh man, what would be my advice to someone just starting? I would say keep up with the basics of your marketing strategy. You know, you want to stay up on the basics. The door knocking, the ground and pound basics. Know that, you know, there's going to be ebbs and flows that are going to not really align with how all of this actually works. So like I find that it makes the most sense for people to get their house cleaned like right when you know, the summer starts. But a lot of our customers don't do that. They wait, you know, kind of too far into the distance to get their stuff cleaned, and it's just a bit annoying. So yeah, I would say don't expect too much. No, that's not great advice. Know your prices. Don't be the cheapest guy on the market, and you know, constantly work on your sales and marketing. Constantly work on your sales and marketing. You're gonna naturally get good at pressure washing. I would say if I have any advice for someone new, the biggest obstacle or the biggest problem that I see people run into is sales and marketing. You know, that's the question I get the most about. You know, more people ask like, oh, how do I market these services, or how do I sell these services? And like it's really the challenging question. So I would say focus really, really diligently on sales and marketing, and you can't go wrong. Okay. Cool. 25. I posted flyers around our town and thinking about investing in yard signs. Worth it? It depends on your market. You know, yard signs work in some areas really good and they bomb in others. I know I did 100 and I didn't really see anything off of it. I know guys that do a ton of them and they see a lot of results from them. So I would say, you know, that's a market question. That's more of like what's going on in your local market. Joyce Trevor said, "What's up on YouTube? What's going on? How you doing?" Going to the Cool 256. How to start a business. I'm gonna say this. Go visit powercleanacademy.com. Again, that's powercleanacademy.com. It has a free course up there right now for showing you how to get started, what equipment to buy, the whole nine. So check out powercleanacademy.com, and that's going to answer a lot of your startup questions. Any advice on startup business, where to buy machines and prices? There's tons of places to buy machines and from. I would start with a 4 gallon a minute system and yeah, and go up from there. I posted flyer. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. You know, as far as the number one things are gonna be door knocking, a good website with good SEO, and good branding. Oh God, jeez, my guy dropped one of my M5s today. Oh, where did he drop it? Off of the roof? This thing is banged up. You know, consistent marketing is really going to be what's going to be a big differentiator. I really want to get started doing this in the area that I live. Yeah, check out powercleanacademy.com. It's going to get you set up in the right direction. It has a lot of really good and useful information. So yeah, if you're just joining, we got a lot of people just joining in here. If you're just joining, I'm answering questions about pressure washing, soft washing, the business and marketing side of things. I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. Don't know everything, but definitely here to help out in any way I can. Is it bad to have a pressure washing stand out in your name and logo if you do more than just pressure washing? Yes, Sons, what's going on, man? Good to see you back in here. So this is a really good point that I really want to drive home. So I started off as my business name was Power Clean Pressure Wash. I didn't understand roof cleaning. I didn't understand soft washing as much. Didn't have a good grasp on the entire thing. Later, I added pressure washing and soft washing to my whole thing. And I still to this day get people in my ads. I have an ad that says, "Don't pressure wash your roof." And people will be in the comments of the ad saying, "You shouldn't pressure wash your roof, it's bad for you." I'm like, I know. That's literally the first thing that I said in my line here. So it's one of those things where if you say pressure washing, and especially if you do roof cleaning, you're gonna be pigeonholing yourself in big time. You're gonna be pigeonholing yourself in big time. So I would stay away from that vernacular unless you absolutely have to. But unless you are absolutely keen on going with pressure washing as your primary source. Okay. Doing a Q&A? Yes, sir. I'm on here. Yes, sir, or ma'am. I don't know. Yeah, I'm on here answering questions. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, want to run something by, an idea, down to give you my experience or thoughts or pretty much anything. So, I'll do the best I can with helping out. So just ask away. Sorry, I'm looking up something here too. I need to grab some, I forgot one extra thing. Okay. That's a pain in the butt. All right, let me get back over here. Your competition will steal yard signs. Yeah, that happens. Yard signs you put out and you forget they exist. Just put them out, keep putting them out. If you're gonna commit to that yard sign budget, commit to doing like 100 a quarter, at least. It's something that you're gonna have to keep putting out, because if their competition will take them down, then then the city or county will, and it's just an ongoing uphill battle. But like I said, in some areas, man, people will absolutely swear by those things, but in some areas, they do not. They're like, this is trashola. I don't know what I'm looking for. Okay, let me jump back in here. I got power washing in my truck. Yeah, you can have power washing on there if that's like your main focus. If you don't plan on doing, mainly if you don't plan on doing roofs, that's the objection. Roofs are really the big thing. Best ready-made 12-volt system on a budget. Ready-made. What's the budget? What's the budget, sons? Are we talking like under 1,000? Are we talking about $20? What are we talking about here? Okay. My M5 is being delivered this week. Any tips and tricks in using it? Man, I love my M5. This is what I've done with mine. So I do what's called a modified M5. I got the idea from a friend of mine up here in Washington. Well, a person I know up here in Washington. I took the M5 nozzle, and it's an open bore nozzle, so it's just open. I hook it, I screw it into a 1/4 inch tube. Now this one I think is like 3 inches, but you can use pretty much anything you want. Then I have this going from a this is a 1/4 inch to a 3/8 inch coupler, and then I have it to a 3/8 inch male quick connect, and I connect this to my ball valve, and this is what I use for rinsing. It's rinsing or applying soap for home siding. I also will use this for so this is my downstream one. This is like downstream big time. I love this thing. I love the fan pattern of that. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna move this so I can see the YouTube stuff a little bit better. I'm gonna turn that a little bit more too. If this lion falls in the background, sorry, it's stuck on there with this sticky stuff and it hasn't been holding, so it's not magic. I'm about to buy a truck, so about to be a little financially tight soon for a while. Any recommendations for a good, affordable pressure washing setup? Watch some of your videos, by the way, great channel, man. Thank you. Preferably under $1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I know this is a pressure washing channel here, or we're talking pressure washing, but this is what I'm fiddling it with right now. And I'll tell you, if I could start my entire journey in this business over again, I would 100% start with window cleaning. I would start with window cleaning. One, it's a very low investment. And exterior window cleaning happens so fast. It's very forgiving. Um, the equipment is super simple. It's like really hard to mess this up. Um, and the thing is, everybody wants it. It's a service that is highly sought after. So it's not like you're going to be out of work anytime soon. People really want their windows clean. I would start if I had to, and the reason I'm saying this is I'm actually going to be restructuring the entire company and making window cleaning kind of like the core of it, and then I'm going to be putting pressure washing and soft washing services as a secondary. And the reason for it is when you pressure wash, when you do a good job pressure washing or soft washing, that's it. You know, that it's a one and done. You got that customer, and that's about it. When I clean roofs, you know, I don't need to go back to them for 3 to 5 years. When I clean the siding, I don't need to go back to it for 3 years. I clean a driveway, 2 years. But windows, man, windows every 3 to 6 months. You know, you got that same customer, the life, and then they stick with you. The lifetime value of a customer is really good. You know, you can get a full window cleaning setup for under $2,000, and have it be a water-fed pole, so you can hit 2-story no problem. You're not on ladders. Yeah, window cleaning is something I'm definitely going to be pouring a lot of energy into here. Like now, I'm going to be pouring a lot of energy into this. So we'll see how this all goes, but it just looks and feels really, really good. Water-fed poles, you know, I don't have a beginner setup that I would necessarily lean to. I picked up, you know what? No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. I am going to, so on Amazon right now, you can pick up a Tucker 30-foot water-fed pole for $606. In fact, you can pick up a Unger In-Light Hydropower Ultra DI resin tank for $579. And just some hoses and a TDS, and then the extension ladder if you really want to. And like here, let me throw it all in the cart and figure out what this all is. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Okay, and garden hose. Perfect. This is expensive for some reason. Oh, because I have 2 of them in here. Okay. So, I don't even need that. So, $1,500 gets you a cheap 50-foot garden hose. You don't even need 50 foot. It gets you the Unger Ultra DI resin tank. It gets you a telescoping ladder. It gets you a blue water-fed pole hose, and a really good, well, not a really, it's a good comparative to all the other stuff that we see here online. A lot of the cheap stuff. This is a carbon fiber 30 foot water-fed pole with a nylon brush. I think it looks like a 14-inch nylon brush. This would be solid. This would be a solid setup for anybody just starting off. And with this, you know, you can do residential projects. You can do residential projects all day. Hook it to the customer's home, and man, you're just off to the races. You know, so for 1,500 bucks, you can go around, charge 200 bucks a house, 250 a house, and make some decent money. 250 a house, and pay for this setup in 2 days. Pay for this entire setup in 2 days. I will. What I'm gonna do is put it all in a list. Bear with me 1 second. Oh. What is this? Okay. Get our wonderful pole. Add that up there twice. Yeah, that's it. That's like super it. Let's see what this. Beginner water fed pole. Okay. Copying the link. I'm gonna put it into my Amazon here. Put it into what's it called here? Let me go into Linktree, and let me add a link to this Amazon. Set up. Boom. Okay. All right. Oh, you also asked me where do I get pressure washing or equipment. I have, if you go into my bio on my TikTok, I have a link to an Amazon list of my low budget pressure washing equipment. Exactly what I would buy. Comes out to about $2,200 all in. And this would allow you to do pretty much anything residential and small commercial work. This will let you do all of that. All right, let me get back to a 12 volt system under $1,000. I mean, with that, you're looking for a batch system. Let's see who has a 12 volt soft wash system. With under $1,000, you know, okay, I'll give you one here. Northern Tool, North Star soft wash and disinfectant system, 4 gallons a minute. This would be a beginner soft wash system. It's one big batch. It's gonna be a bitch kind of moving in and out of a vehicle, but it's gonna be one big batch. How many gallons is this? 13-gallon tank, so it's not going to be light. It's not going to be light, you know, moving this in and out, but it's going to be one big batch. It's already plumbed, and it would be ready to go. It's 580 bucks. Basically, it's a tank with a 12 volt, what's it called, attached to it. But any kind of pump sprayer system is going to work for that. It looks like Northern Tool has a soft wash skid sprayer that they have for $1,100. I wouldn't use, yeah, I would trade out the guns on those because the guns don't look great, but yeah. All right. Let me get a link, please. Yeah, the links are in my bio. Black Sheep, what's going on? Yo, I want to shout out. Hold on. Sorry, I talked to so many people. I want to make sure that this is correct before I say this out loud. Oh, yes. So Black Sheep went out and closed a few driveways and some and a siding job the other day. He went out and I don't know exactly how he did it, but he went out there and yeah, he closed the hell out of them. He went from not closing too many to just closing like a madman. I don't know what that's about, man. My shirt is dirty. I just got back from Korean barbecue. I am tired. So yeah, good stuff. Can you clean solar panels with it? Absolutely. You know, the difference with, oh my gosh. So I have this brush here. I think this is 14 inches and I think this is 18 inches, but this one is what I use for solar panel. It's bigger. It's easier to clean the whole thing. Yeah, makes it super easy. What's the next thing we have here? What am I doing? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Do you do still live sales calls? Yeah, I do them every now and then. Send you a Facebook message. What's going to show you the picture of the house? Dude, I don't know what's been going on my Facebook. I have been having everybody from South Africa, Pakistan, and Nigeria like hitting me up on Facebook. I don't know what is going on. So I apologize if you hit me on Messenger. I am just not seeing it. I duly apologize because dude, my phone was ringing off the hook. I don't know why my account just suddenly became really popular in Ghana and it's been nuts. I got people calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's wild. Can you put the pink soft wash chemical in your bio? The pink soft wash, just go to powerwashstore.com and type in Apple Wash. That's what I use, or Apple Wash Surfactant from powerwashstore.com. Where's that $2,200 pressure wash setup? If you go to my links and you click on, there's a link in there. It's called $2,200 pressure washing startup. Under my link tree in my TikToks, it's there and it will get you squared away. It's got a lot of good stuff in there. That's what I would buy if I was starting a pressure washing / soft washing company. That's what I would buy. Looked at it, but I feel like you'd have to refill that so often. So okay, so I have a resin tank. It's not a big one, and I don't refill mine that often. And we've got pretty bad water here. There is a guy in. He's the one that put me onto it. He has a ton of trucks that for window cleaning that he runs all of them with those. That's just all he does. He just runs those and yeah, he just runs those. So I'm gonna trust that guy. He's very knowledgeable. If he says that's the one to use, I'm gonna go off his recommendation. He's very smart and yeah. What's my Facebook? I don't know. It's just under. What is my Facebook under? John Etter, like an AI picture of me that looks way more handsome than I do. So you side by side just now. Did you? Where'd you? Oh, where's my phone? I am not getting it if you're sending something to me. Oh, my business page. Oh, I definitely didn't get it. Man, I have been just getting attacked on that page by just everyone and their moms. It's been wild. Yeah, I got 15 missed messages, all from the princes of Nigeria. It's crazy. And I don't know what it is. It's everybody asking for a job. Like, I don't know how that's
as possible. Oh yeah, I saw this. Yes, that's dope. That's super dope. That's super dope.
Congratulations, man. That's fire.
It's good stuff.
Came out good. I know that customer was happy. Yeah, it turned out really good. That's fire. Somebody asked me is 8 o'clock too late to call a customer? I don't know. What do you guys think? I say, F it, let's try it.
Please leave your message after the beep.
I don't know. I think 8 o'clock's too late, but yeah, I'll do some sales calls tomorrow. Yeah, when I get back to the office, I'll do some sales calls. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that's saying. I haven't used I've got the Southeast Soft Wash Surfactants, but I haven't used it yet. I only got a gallon. I got it as a test. I got it as a tester, and I wanna try a bunch of different surfactants and do like this test, but I gotta put it together. It's kind of a pain right now, but trying to see. I need to get one more of these pieces so that I can connect this as a quick connect. I could have sworn I got one more piece. Maybe not. All right. What's the advantage of using a surfactant on a post-treat rather than just strict SH and H2O? Great question. What a surfactant chemically does is it keeps the surface wet, and SH, when it dries, it breaks down into a salt. So keeping this SH wet allows it to continuously work in its most potent form before it converts and breaks down. So a surfactant is basically allowing the cleaner to continue cleaning. Great question. That was a good one. There we go. really trying to find. I don't know where this connector is. There we go. I could have sworn I did buy another one of those. I know I did. I just must have left it. Oh man, good night. Thanks for hanging out, man. And let me know how let me know how that worked out, or how you ended up closing some of those. I'm really curious. Surfactant is considering a wetting agent. Yes. It keeps the surface wet. Oh, you did door-to-door on those. Nice. Nice. I love it. Have you done door-to-door since? Did I use that before and after on? Got 2 more leads. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's very cool. Very cool. If you just stay up with that, man, you know, you commit to that schedule, you know, doing, if you're working a full-time job, you know, just do a couple hours in the morning before you wake up, talk to the admins. Yeah, it doesn't take much. And you'll trip and fall over 10 grand. You know, you'll trip and fall over 10 grand. It's very easy to make 10 grand in this industry, in my opinion. This industry is prime for someone to make 10 grand easily. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. That in-person, so in-person is all about upselling, you know, and really taking care of the customer. And you know, in my sales training, I talk about upselling and how upselling is considered to be a bad word. When I train upselling, I don't call it necessarily upselling. I call it completing the customer experience. I'll give you a short story. One time I went to Radio Shack, and Radio Shack had this, I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember what I bought, but I bought this electronic from Radio Shack. And then I get it home, I get it ready to hook up and everything. And yeah, Radio Shack definitely, yeah. At least I would say like Montgomery Wards or something, which really would name me, geez. Or what's the, yeah, Montgomery Wards, man, that was the store. I used to love Montgomery Wards. Anyways, so yeah, Circuit City. Yeah, I used to work at CompUSA. So if that dates me, I worked there. So I went to Circuit City. I bought this thing, and I got it home, and I'm looking for the power cord. I'm looking. It was a Radio Shack branded item. You know, it was a Radio Shack branded item, like let's call it a radio. I don't know what it was, but let's call it a radio. I'm looking for the power cord, no power cord. I can't find a place to put in batteries, no batteries. And I, oh yeah, Tiger Direct, yeah. And I get it. I'm looking for this. I look at the box to see what kind of power cord it takes, and it says power cord not included. I was like, what? Why would the power cord not be included when there's no other way to power it? And it's not like something, it wasn't USB, it was like an AC adapter. So, and this is in an age where AC adapters were pretty much all proprietary. So I was like, okay. I go back, I talked to the lady, I said, hey, this didn't come with the power cord. She goes, oh yeah, it's the same person I bought it from. She goes, oh yeah, this doesn't. I was like, well, how much is the power cord? It's over here. It's $10. I was like, why would you let me leave the store knowing I didn't have everything I needed in order to be successful? Like, why would you let me leave like that? And that bothered me for a long, long, long time. All the way up until when I had my retail stores, I came up with the mantra of complete the customer experience. I don't believe if you are upselling, you're being a jerk, right? But you complete the customer experience. You give them everything they need. It's not your job to determine what the minimum experience would be, is for them. It's your job to present the maximum experience that's possible. Okay? It's not your job to determine what the minimum acceptable experience is. It's your job to offer the maximum potential experience as a salesperson. So when I used to sell TVs, I would tell people would come in for a TV. I'm like, where are you putting it? What kind of audio system do you have? Oh, I don't have an audio system. Well, you watch a movie with your eyes and your ears. We're only talking about 50%. Let's talk about the other 50%. And they're like, oh, I never thought about it like that. I used to sell TVs and home theater systems because I realized that your visual is only half of the experience, and your audio is only half the experience. You gotta have it all. So with the clean house, same thing. Do we want just the roof clean? Do we want just one side clean? Or are we going to take care of this entire thing? And are we going to round out your experience? Are we going to take care of the driveway? Are we going to get the windows clean? Are we going to do everything that's going to satisfy your entire experience? I'll get an HOA call. HOA, what's it called? Or someone will say, oh, my HOA is bothering me to get XYZ clean. I'm like, okay, well, when I clean this roof, how are you going to feel about your driveway? How are you going to feel about your siding? Are you okay with having your roof clean but your siding look like this? Are you okay with your exterior gutters looking bad? You got to have those conversations with the customer so that they can determine what is acceptable for themselves. It's not your job to determine what's acceptable for you. They have to decide what's acceptable for them. And then from there, they will, all you're doing is you're giving them the opportunity to make a decision. That's it. That's all that's happening. So, yeah. I'm in the AV business right now. That's what I've been doing for 10 years. Yeah. I used to sell for Magnolia Hi-Fi after Best Buy had acquired them. So I was a Magnolia rep. I used to sell Pioneer Elite TVs, if you remember that. I still think they're the best TV. They were the best TV ever made. Well, no, that's not true. The OLEDs now are crazy. But yeah, the Pioneer. So in my house, I went with the Sony TV that had the XBR processors built into them. I went with a Pioneer Elite receiver with the mid-size DefTech floor standings on there, and everything's wired up. Yeah, Pioneer Elite, man, they last forever. Their black levels are crazy. The only thing that comes close to them is those inky blacks on the OLED. They're fire. They're absolute fire. I used to have my stuff all lined up with like Audio Quest, but I realized I was stupid. I was buying too much into the Kool-Aid on that one. We got a lot of people just joining us. This is not an audio video talk, even though it's kind of turned into that. We're talking power washing, soft washing. If you have any, oh man, send me those pictures, man. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the setup. I don't have a crazy setup at all. It's humble, but it works. It works for me. But yeah, I'd love to check yours out. I always love looking at good AV equipment. But if you guys have any questions on pressure washing or soft washing, drop them in the comments below. I'm here to help out. Pressure washing, soft washing, audio and video. Man, we can do it all. We can talk. We can talk. Talk that talk. Jamie Schmidt wants to be a power washer. I think you already are, sir. Let me see. Yeah. Good old Mr. Schmidt. Yeah, man. Good job on closing those. I'm glad some of the things I said help to close those deals for you, and or help even start the process. You close them. Really happy for you, man. Fantastic work. Get 5 more at the prices that we talked about, and keep getting this money, man. What's included in your power wash course? Yeah, so right now, I'm in the process of redoing the entire thing. Right now, there's a course on there that's absolutely free. It's the A to Z startup guide. It walks you through starting up your pressure washing company, everything that you need to know, beginning to end. So it goes over licensing, bonding, insurance, just a lot of the basics, okay? That course right now is completely free. Now, I say right now because I'm migrating all the courses over to a new platform, and I'm going super hard on them. New information. These talks have helped me understand some of your challenges a little bit more, and I'm able to now tailor fit the course to answer more pertinent questions. Like, for example, the difference between an LLC, S Corp, and sole proprietorship. In the course as it exists right now, I go over that. But I don't help you answer the question. I don't say, this is what you should do. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do because you have to come to that decision yourself. I don't wanna have any ownership of that. But on the new version of the course, it's going to help guide you a little bit better to the answer. So it will ask you a series of questions and make recommendations. What's going on, Renew Power Clean? It's going to make recommendations. So, and that's just one example. There's a ton of other examples. Just things to be thinking about before you start your pressure washing company. So that's the A to Z startup guide. Right, completely free right now. PowerCleanAcademy.com. Check it out. The power washing course is everything pressure washing. Everything I know about pressure washing goes over. Let's pull it up here. I don't even remember. There's so much. I didn't gatekeep anything that I'm aware of. I put it all out there of everything that I know on pressure washing and soft washing. So it goes over what is pressure washing, common terminology. It breaks down vernacular such as the pump, motor, unloader, hose reels, high pressure hoses, water supplies, guns, wands, tips, nozzles, surface cleaners, holding tanks, quick connects, D10 ball valves, downstream injectors, downstream bypass, filter and strainers, braided chemical hoses, your initial setup, van versus trucks versus trailers, recommended starting equipment, safety, including worksite preparation, ladder safety, personal protection equipment, estimating factors, setting expectations, a calculator, built-in calculator on how to do your estimates, scope of work, how to assemble a good scope of work for your invoices, residential versus commercial concrete, pro tips, including cleaning, order of operations, types of spigots you're going to run into, proper wand techniques, water management and drainage, residential and commercial concrete, surface cleaner, stripes on concrete, and other handy tools. Then it gets into the services. How to clean flat concrete, aggregate, stamp, flagstone, pavers, tile, asphalt, brick, metal, wood, composite or Trex, retaining walls, and then maintaining some of your pressure washing equipment. It's so comprehensive right now. Now, full disclosure, it is heavily, it's pretty much text-based, text and video, photo-based. What I'm doing now is I'm converting everything over to video. So there's going to be text, it's going to be audio, and it's going to be video. If you buy into this course, you're going to get grandfathered into the new course and into the new platform. So yeah, everybody that buys in here, I'm going to take care of you, and you're definitely going to get the new stuff as well. It is truly comprehensive. It's truly the resource that I wanted when I first started. And we'll just run you through everything. It just runs you completely through everything. The soft washing course is just as comprehensive. It's crazy. There's a lot to it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. How long have you been in the pressure washing industry? You seem to be very knowledgeable. So I've been in since May of 2020, so not long. I attribute my knowledge to a couple things. One, when I get into something, I become obsessed with it. I learn everything I can. I watch every video. I buy literally everything. I buy everything I can. And I try everything. I get hands-on experience with as many things as I can, to the point where I almost go bankrupt constantly. I spend too much money on too many like little knickknacks, just trying everything. I've got so many shooter tips. I got so much stuff. It's just mind blowing. And so I'm a hands-on guy. You can tell me a lot, but I've got to get it on my hands, and I've got to get it in my hands, and I've got to try it. So I would say my knowledge comes from, my obsession with the topic. When I get into something, I obsess over it, and then I put my hands on it. I do it. I say yes to the projects. I actually try them. I review as much theory as possible. I review as much, and if I don't have any practical knowledge on a subject, I will 100% tell you. Just like, for example, the water-fed pole system. I've never used that Unger. Water deionizer. I have another one, but somebody I know has, and they are very, very, very knowledgeable. I trust their opinion. They made a lot of money with those systems. So I will tell you my recommendation based off of them, and I will tell you based on where I got the information from. So, it's a combination of, poking the right people and grabbing the right mentors in this industry, asking the right questions, bothering them too much, and then being obsessed myself with things, and then, stupidly overspending on things. So I hope that answered your question, Aquabens. I got questions. I got a question about something. Yes, sir. What up, B-Dog? How can I get more leads on Facebook? Listen, I'm gonna tell you the exact same way. A gentleman in here just a few minutes ago was asking, or he asked and he received. He got that lead. This is what you do. Go here. What area, Chase? What area are you in right now? What city and state? Give me your city and state. I recently got my X-Jet and chemicals through fine when I'm standing on the ground, but as soon as... Oh, that's a good one. I think I know where you're going with that. When the higher up in altitude that you're getting on that, it's going to be harder. Yeah,
it has to suck that up, and it's going to be hard to draw that up. So yeah, that's partially why I don't rock with XJet. There's too many restrictions on it. I would much rather have a dedicated 12-volt system. What you're going to have to do is put the 5-gallon tank on top of the roof and let it draw down. That long extension it's not made to draw upward that length. So that's unfortunate. Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, this is what I would do. Knoxville, Tennessee, and oops, we're gonna type in Knoxville, Tennessee home. Let's do that, and then we're gonna and I'm doing this on Facebook, and then I go to groups, and I see home for sale, or here we can do Knoxville, Tennessee community. And I go into under groups. And under groups right now, there is I Love Knoxville, 1.2 thousand members. Moving to Knoxville, Tennessee, 1,000 members. Knoxville, Tennessee apartment subleases, roommates, homes, rentals, 7.3 thousand members. University of Knoxville, probably wouldn't do that one. Free stuff in Knoxville, 10,000 members. If you go into any of these groups and you talk to the admins first, get their permission, and say, you know, I have a pressure washing business. I want to offer your community a great deal. Can I throw a shameless plug in there? They will tell you. They will usually have criteria on when they can. Yeah, we can. If I type in Farragut, everything Farragut, 3.9 thousand members. About Farragut, 2,000 members. Like, yeah, there's tons of communities in here. Community gifting, West Farragut, Knox, Tennessee, 296 members, 4.8 thousand members. There's tons. So just go in there and type the word community, your city community. Talk to the admins, get permission, put a before and after, say, hey, I'm a new pressure washing company. I'm looking to clean 5 driveways and 5 sidings, and I want to give you an incredible price. Shoot me a DM if you want a price right away, right? Do that, get them a good price, you know, not too low, not below market standards, right? You don't want to be undercutting the market like crazy. You don't want to be messing things up. But, you know, a good fair market value, and you know, you'll land customers that way, just on Facebook. But it takes every day going in there and talking to the admins and asking their permission. Don't ask the same admins every single day, but, you know, talk to the admins and periodically go in and yeah. Yeah, don't be the $99 guy. It's the market. Like, when I break down my math, I need to make $250 an hour. That's my number. So, yeah. Let me go back up. I had some questions. Do you clean gutters from the rooftop or from the ladder? Usually from the rooftop, depending on what's going on. Looking into that Skyvac. I know a guy down in Oregon that has one. He swears by it, but seems a little slow for me, but we'll see. And try to spray. Yeah, I sit on the ladder and try to spray it out. How would it be if I put a 9-foot extension wand and went with it? If I put a 9-foot extension wand, I know what you're saying. I honestly don't know. I don't know how that would work. No, I don't think that would work because it still has to draw that high. So I don't think that would work. Oh, a 2,000 square foot driveway for $200. 200. That's a $700 driveway, my friend. That is, whoo! You got beat up on that. I know that feeling. I've been there. I have worked for those pennies. Man, they had you out there on slave labor. Jeez. That's wild. $200 driveway. You didn't even get 200. You got 199. But I get it, man. You gotta get started somehow. Just keep the prices up. Don't get caught in the weeds. You know, worst case. I think in any state you can get 125, 150 an hour. In any state you can get 125, 150 an hour. That's in a worst case. That's if you're not bidding, if you don't feel comfortable asking for the numbers. How long did it take you to do that 2,000 square foot driveway? I'm very curious of that. And I need to go check my car for something. I'm super curious. I'll be right back. Ugh. Ooh, yeah. All right. Oh, wait. I need to grab one more thing. All right, let's see. 2 hours? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How would it be if I put a 9-foot extension one and put the X-Jet work better then? No, I don't think so, because the X-Jet still has to pull it from the bottom, from the ground. So it has to travel up that hose no matter what. So the only thing you can do is put that bucket or put your chemical on top of the roof. That's the only thing that I can think of that would actually solve that problem. If you're just joining into, I'm on here answering pressure washing and soft washing questions. So if you have any of those, drop them in the comments below. Hey, and B-Dog, if you try out your thing and it works out, let me know. I'm curious. I don't think it will work, but you know, hey, maybe. Maybe. You never know. Who was I talking? Chase, did we go on to Facebook yet? Did we do that thing in the groups yet? Is Chase still in here? Did he leave me? I hope he left to go do those to go in the Facebook groups and make that money. How would you use it through your pressure washing hose? You don't want to inject it. You don't want it. You don't want a hot. You don't want any SH going through your pump. I can tell you that. That's opposite of desired effects. I see. See, you learn something new day. I love learning new things. Makes me so happy. Start connecting the dots. Dots start connecting with you. That was weird, sorry. If you're just joining in, I'm answering questions about pressure washing, soft washing, sales or marketing. If you have any questions on those, I will do my very best to answer. I've been wasting so much money trying to get the best. I've been wasting so much money trying to get the best tissue chemical good and make it easy on me. Yeah, you know, unfortunately, that's what happens. You know, you hope this cheaper option would work, and then you end up spending 5 times that cheaper option. This is why I go with the best stuff all the time. I always go with, you know, do it right or don't do it. It's just too much time, too much money doing it any other way. I don't got it. I got stuff to do. What in the world? There we go. There we go. So, got 2 brush setups configured and ready to go. This will be for my solar panels. This will be for my window washing. And I wish that hole was bigger. That's what she said. Any questions on pressure washing or soft washing? I'm here to help out. What are you running right now? What kind of equipment do you have right now, and what kind of jobs are you getting right now?
Yeah, that works good. That works good. See a lot of faces in here, but everybody's quiet. B-Dog's the only one that answering questions or asking questions. Let's go. You've got me here for a few more minutes. Here to answer questions. Help out in any way that I can. And I've been getting Nick Goodman. How's it going? I'm based in Washington State. I've been getting 2, 3-story houses mainly, and I've got. Okay. I mean, your next step is going to be a 4-gallon a minute system. So, I like this question, Mr. Goodman. I really do. Going back. Yeah, I would look at getting. So, okay. Last thing. B-Dog, do you have a dedicated vehicle for cleaning, or are you taking the pressure washer in and out every night? That's the last question to help me get a bare water with a 4-gallon. Yes, you can still use your. Okay, so Nick Goodman, I'm gonna go. You caused a little rant here. What is the best way to find free service contracts or legally buying contracts? Chat GPT, right? Rock. It's really mind blowing, and I'm sorry that you asked this question, and I don't mean it as a dig toward you, but we've got to get out of our head. We're willing to pay $1,000, $2,000. I see guys with 30 grand in the back of their truck, hooked to a $30,000 truck, hooked to a wrapped with a $5,000 wrap, but won't spend $250 to have a lawyer write up a contract, or $1,000 to have a lawyer write up a contract to make sure it's legally binding in your state. If you want something free that's legally binding, your guess is as good as anybody else's. Nobody in here that I'm aware of is a lawyer, and nobody and everybody that can give you recommendations are just going to point you to some source but take no accountability for when shit hits the fan. If you truly want a binding contract, talk to a local lawyer that focuses in contracts. The other thing, man, it kind of blows my mind. We want to get paid $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 to wash a house, but we won't pay somebody $1,000 to make sure that we're covered when we wash that house and every other house that we wash from here on out. We won't pay. We're looking for the cheapest on our end. I'll tell you this, man, guys, stop. Everyone in here, stop looking for the best deal in X, whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Stop looking for the best deal in X. If you're looking for the best deal, your customers are going to look for the best deal. And when your customers look for the best deal, your prices are going to are going to get knocked down. You have to understand the mindset of somebody who can go out there and spend and pay for a valuable service. You got to start getting into that mindset. If you believe that if you want your service to be worth anything one day more than just knocking dirt off of a house, if you want it to mean more to a customer than that, you have to get into that mindset and stop selling out of your own pocket. So I would say if you want the cheap free thing, hell, I'll send you something. Go on Chat GPT. There's tons of free resources out there, but we really have to get away from the free resource or this is the other thing with contracts especially.
No, I get it, and I'm sorry if I don't mean to offend you at all whatsoever. And I know we're all there. We've all been there. This is the thing about a contract. I don't care if you have the most ironclad contract you've ever seen. A contract doesn't mean shit unless you are willing to defend it, unless you're willing to take it to court. So you can have a note on a napkin and that's a contract. That's legally binding in most states. But unless you're willing to take it through the motions to defend it, it doesn't mean anything. So if you don't have the money, if you don't have the finances to enforce the contract, honestly, why are we worried about it? Most people are not here to screw you. And I have taken, the biggest hit I've taken on a job is like $3,000. You know, and I've had to chase down a $5,000 bill for like 6 months. It happens. Suck it up. That's going to be a part of this industry. That's going to be a part of anything where people are going to owe you money. It is what it is. Put it into practice that payment is due upon collection. All you need is this. All you need. You just need simply, this is the scope of work that I'm going to do. This is how much we've agreed upon. It's going to be paid. It's due upon completion. These are the form of payment I've accepted. And do this. Go to powercleanacademy.com. I even walk you through the under the free guide, scope of work and contracts. I'm tripping. Creating a scope of work, other agreements. Let's see how good I am on this. Okay, I walk you through creating the scope of work. So that's part of your contract. Okay, powercleanacademy.com, and then here we go. Elements of a good pressure washing contract should be contact names of all the parties involved, detailed description of the services provided, scope of work, dates in which it should be provided, totals, forms of payment, warranties and guarantees, a clause outlining the process of any resolution between disputes, and a signature. That's it. That's all you need for a contract. Anything you want to do beyond that is extra. It's fluff, and you put it in there because you want to cover yourself. If you want to cover yourself with damages and things like that, you think if I sign a contract saying if you damage my house, I'm not going to sue, and then you damage my house, that I'm not going to sue. This is America. You can sue for whatever you want. Yeah, that's all on the site, and it's free. It's free. It's $0 right now. This is why this program is not going to be free for too long. I have gone through this. I understand the value that's in all of this. It's crazy the value that's in all of this. A lot of these questions, how do you do invoices, QuickBooks? That's actually in here. It goes over the software that I recommend and I use, but it also brings in, so if you go under systems and software, estimating and invoicing, it goes over QuickBooks, it says how to determine a good software. And then it says QuickBooks starting at $30 a month. They offer a free trial. They do estimating, invoicing, accounting, payroll, and payment processing. FreshBooks, $55 a month. Jobber, that's what we use. I break down all these comparisons for you of all the ones that I've heard about in the business here. So yeah, it's all in there and it's all free right now. Check that out, powercleanacademy.com. It's not going to be free too much longer. It's crazy amounts of value. I'm going to be going through all the videos on it, I'm going to be creating videos for all of these segments. And when that happens, I'm putting a lot of energy into all of this. So I'm going to need to get paid. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to need to get paid for it. So I haven't determined the price, but it's going to be a different price here soon, in the next couple weeks. Copy it. I don't care what you do right now. Take this, print out every page. I don't care. It's all on there for you for free right now, powercleanacademy.com. You just create an account and A to Z startup guide. Simple. All right, let me jump back into these questions because I missed some. Whew, it's a lot. Sorry, guys. I don't want to tear anybody's head off, and I don't want to tear anybody's head off because I really appreciate you for asking these questions. I just, it gets me kind of emotional because I'm like, man, I really want to change your perspective on this and really want to help you get to that next level where you're not thinking about those pennies. You're not worried about like what it costs. It feels good. I took my family out to dinner today. I just got back from Great Wolf and I took my family out to dinner today. Dinner was $250, right? Boom. No problem. We sat and ate for an hour and a half. I knew $250, that's my hour. That's okay, right? Like, that's where we want to be. We want to, be able to take our families out to places and not look at the invoice or not look at the receipt or we want to get to those points. And the only way you're going to get to those points is if you yourself stop checking the receipts on everybody else. Yeah, if you don't have money, do what you can. You got to do what you can. But if you're not there, you're not there. No problem. If you can't get a $30,000 truck, don't. I paid $4,000 for my 2007 Ford F-150 in there. That truck has made $500,000, right? Would I have made $1 million with a 2020? Like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm going to go back into the comments here for a second, but Neil deGrasse Tyson has this story where he was talking to James Cameron. He went and saw the movie Titanic years ago when it first came out. And there's a scene where Rose is laying on the door, the infamous door. She's looking up at the stars, and she's like kind of singing to herself, kind of like in delirium. And there's a night sky. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, being the astrophysicist he is, he sees this and says, nope, that's the wrong night sky. At that date, at that time, in that part of the hemisphere, she couldn't have seen that sky. And he went back, looked it up, and yes, he was right, of course, could not have seen that sky. So a few years later, he runs into James Cameron, and he says, hey, so just so you know, that sky was wrong, and and James Cameron's like, oh yeah, I wasn't, that was the special effects team, I wasn't a part of that process, that was a post-editing thing, that wasn't a part of that process. He goes, okay, yeah. A couple years later, sees him again. Hey, James, that sky. He goes, yeah, okay. Yeah, kind of brush it off. A couple years later, sees him again. James, that sky. And this time, James says, last I checked, Titanic made over $1 billion. I wonder how much more money the sky would have, or how much more money the movie would have made if I got that sky right. And then that shut up Neil deGrasse Tyson forever, And that's like, get the things that you need to get right, and everything else, leave to the wind. One of my favorite mantras, I don't know if, I think I came up with this, but more has been done with less. Okay? More has been done with less. If you feel like you can't do XYZ because you don't have XYZ, just know that more has been done with less. There have been people that have been able to accomplish more with less. So, embrace that hustle, embrace that mentality, and figure out how you can do more with less. And that's the challenge. And then you'll be able to do more with more later. That comes later though. Okay, let me get into these comments. How long have I been on here? Jeez, I'm 5 minutes away from 90 minutes. Okay, all right. I'm gonna start wrapping her up soon. Landed a Safeway and want to make for sure 1 year revenue. Nice stuff, man. Nice stuff. Landed a Safeway. I haven't landed one of those yet. I've been looking for them without them being like, yeah, I don't want. See, commercial's different. Commercial's a little different. You've got some commercial. What's crazy? Commercial, you can almost ask them for the budget. Like the guy that's saying yes usually doesn't have skin in the game, right? So, you tell them what budget you need to do to work in, and they usually will tell you. It's pretty interesting. What's going on, Philip? That's all on the site. Yeah, I take a washer in and out. Okay, so if you take your washer in and out, B-Dog, what I would recommend is a belt drive unit, because it's going to be heavy, a direct drive unit. So you can go to Home Depot and honestly pick up a cheap 4 gallon a minute direct drive unit. And the reason for it, that belt drive or that gear drive is going to be heavy as hell, and it's going to put some wear and tear on your lower back. So don't do that to yourself. Get a gear drive unit get a direct drive unit for right now until you can afford to have a dedicated vehicle for your truck. Just go to Home Depot, pick up something good, and yeah, that's all I would do for that. You can get it for $1,000 or less. Good stuff, Nick. I have half in hose coming soon. I have a half in hose coming soon. What attachments do I use for quick connects to pump and gun? What is it? I have a half in hose coming soon. Half-inch hose coming soon. Oh, are you talking? Okay, I can't wait for my solution. I see what you're saying. I have a half-inch hose coming soon. What attachment I need for the quick connect to the pump and the gun? So I don't think I have it here. I use Banjo connectors, Cam and Groove Lock. I use that for pretty much everything. The reason why I use that, you can use any kind of quick connect you want, but the reason why I use Banjos is because they're solid. They're really crazy solid, and they're all plastic for the most part. There's only a metal piece to clamp down. So I use Cam and Groove half-inch quick connects. So yeah, that's where I would be. Yes, you can use water for the customer's water with a 4 gallon, no problem. Nice, Philip. Could you explain attachment you use for soft washing? Everyone just tells me chemicals. Yeah, for siding soft washing, I use a downstream injector. Basically, it's a little piece that goes in between your pressure washer, pump, and your hose. So instead of connecting the hose directly to the pump, what you're gonna do is put in a downstream injector. You put that in between, and then there's a hose that comes off of the downstream injector that goes into your chemical. That's going to allow you to siphon chemical into the line, and when you're using a soap nozzle on the end. So yeah, it's basically a soap nozzle in combination with the downstream injector. You're talking under $100 investment. That's going to make you a ton of money for siding soft wash. Is it true 3 years experience is needed in California to get a contractor's license? I have no idea. California contractor or pressure washing license. Let's see if you even need one, a license. Require that you be at least 18 years, have 4 years of journeyman experience. Holy shiznabobs. And you can expect to shell out $300 for the application fee and additional license fee of $180. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like you have to be a journeyman for 4 years in California. And that's reported by simplybusiness.com. think this is true. Wow. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it looks like it's true. That's wild. Yeah, that looks like that's true. Man, bless your stars you don't live in California. California's rough, man. And I imagine in California. So the other thing is, don't go window cleaning. Let's see if window cleaning. Let's see. Yeah, go window cleaning instead. Go window cleaning instead. Right here. Get yourself a water-fed pole. I'm gonna refer you to somebody. Go on YouTube and look up Josh Lester. Josh, last name Lester. He's Canadian, but he's down in California now, and he has really great content on how to hustle and make a strong living doing window sales. Yes, Josh Lester. Check him out on YouTube. Young kid, he's really getting after it. In fact, I'm going to be building out an entire division of my company solely around like some of his modeling and everything. I really like this kid. I really like this kid, and he's got some great content, and he's doing some good things. So, yeah, I would say go with window cleaning. You're gonna spend $2,000 on an entire no. Sorry. If you go into my link tree on my TikTok, you'll see that there's a window cleaning starting kit thing, like recommendation Amazon list. Go on there, buy that stuff. It's $1,500, and you've got a window cleaning business. You have got a window cleaning business. All right, so I've been doing this for 90 minutes on here. I think I'm done. I'm very tired. I hope you guys do well. Visit PowerClean. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So that'll count as experience for pressure washing? No, it won't. It won't count as experience as pressure washing. It's going to be an entirely different business model. Don't do pressure washing is what I'm saying, unless you're willing to stay under somebody for the next, few years, which, yeah, would be tough. So, yeah, don't do pressure washing in California. They've got those laws with that they just did that law with small engines too. So I don't know how small engine emissions. So I don't know what's going on over there for that. So like California is just really one of those states. Man, I would move. I would hate to open up anything in California. They're just a lot of opportunity to make money, but man, they do not want to give it up. They somebody said pro business, but anti competition too. That's pretty much California. So don't get caught in the weeds on that, man. Yeah, I'm out of count. We can still use all gas motors. Yeah, I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is. So California's tough. California's a tough cookie. So yeah, Josh, if you're in California, man, do you need a journeyman's license for 4 years before you start? Like, do you have a company already? Seems wild. And like I said, I would go window cleaning. I would go window cleaning if I were anybody in California. And even still, you know, look into window cleaning too. You know, this is a thriving industry that everybody wants. Everybody wants their windows cleaned. Yeah, I just looked it up here. That's what it said. You need 4 years as a journeyman before you get a pressure washing license. That seems crazy. There's people on here complaining about it, so it feels true, but I would say do a little bit more research on your own. But like I said, I would go window cleaning too. Window cleaning is, I think, a cheaper startup and residual customers. You know, that's the name of the game. You know, you get those residual customers, you can make some money. You can make some money. But yeah, I've been on here for an hour and a half. I try to cut it off there. I am quite tired. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully I'll have a live sale for you guys to key into and listen to, and yeah, and hopefully I can make a sale for you guys. But other than that, I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.